You guys know any other pros that have a Discord like this that are setting up weekly VOD reviews to help you guys? Couldn't name one. I couldn't name one that's ever done it in my entire career for the last 6 years, going on 7 years. I've been signed for 7 years. God bless. But no one has done this. No one has done this. No one will probably ever do this. Let's answer some questions. Let's go into the yeah, let's do it in general chat. That's fine. All right. Whatever y'all have, whether you think it's a dumb question or a super in-depth question, I will answer whatever you have for the next 20 minutes. 20 minutes straight, answering questions, showing examples, whatever I can, however I can. Just try to be as specific as possible so that way I can give you the best answer. Screen share was so laggy. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. All right. Let's see. If I'm on height and someone comes up and I have mid mats, do I drop like low mats, 30 builds, 40 builds? So height is all about spraying. Like you could have 5 builds, 6 builds, 10 builds, 30 builds, just spray. So if you can spray, yeah. And then so also you'll be able to realize like if you have decent mats, mid mats, say 30 builds, what's it called? Let's put this full screen. If you have decent mats, you should just see how they come up. Like, are they coming up with a full retake? Like kind of what we just watched with Malibuka and Mustache. Are they coming up like building crazy, like telling you basically that they have a lot of mats? If they are, then yeah, you should definitely drop. But if they're kind of lightly going for it, they're spraying up, they're just trying to see what they can do, then you're good. Like spray, and then eventually give it up. But like that is sometimes, that's just the way of height, to be honest with you. Peak maps, Raiders map. Raiders peak maps are very, very solid. Those are like definitely the top ones to play. He's got a lot of them. I think he's got 2 at least. Mechanics map V3 is like the one that I think a lot of pros play, including myself. For opens games, high elo or like round 2, round 3 games, Deadside is always best, right? Obviously situational, but given the chance to go for it, 100%. Enforcing it is like, yeah, because most of the time the lobby is somewhat dead. Like the first game 1 of these round 2, 3 games are like, I don't know, semi-stacked or kind of very stacked. Like game 1 might be very stacked, but then like, you know, by the middle hour, it's pretty dead. Like 50 players alive. Like there's a little bit of late surge, but nothing, like no first surge type thing. So yeah, dude, definitely Deadside will be huge, but not over complicating. Like we saw what Queasy and Thomas did. They could have gone all the way around, but they just cut in at a certain point. So don't over complicate it. Just try to cut in at a certain point and you'll be good. Related to the Pro VOD review or anything Fortnite. Yeah, literally anything. Y'all can ask me literally anything you want to know about, whatever you want to know about. Doesn't matter to me. How much it costs to have a private session with you or coach for tournament. So my hourly rate for a tournament is 120 an hour. So like if you want to do a solos, 120, that's 240 for it's an hour. Actually, it's an hour. So live coach, 100, actually no, multi-hour live coach is 120. So like a 3-hour cash cup, 120. One session, a private session is 140. And my sessions are normally an hour to an hour and a half. So again, I don't want any of y'all to feel like you have to pay for that ever, never. Like if you really want a private session, you want me to directly help you personally for an hour to an hour and a half, I'm here for it, man. If you want me to help you in solos, I've done this a lot. I've live coached solos a ton and they've made a bunch of money. Or they've gotten like second or very close and they've learned a lot. So like, don't feel like you have to pay that at all. If you want to do that, create a ticket, tag me and we can talk. But yeah, dude, I'm here to help you guys as much as I possibly can, but that is the best way if you really, really want help. Dumb question, but how do I stop panic building in Endgame? Go play 32 man Zone Wars. Go play this map right here by Droya. This map is like, there's a ton of options like this, but this is like my go-to because like this is just the OG one. But go play this one or any Zone Wars map, and that'll help you a lot. Like if solo FNCS gets announced tomorrow, Valify, I'm playing this map like daily. I'm playing like it's not like a crazy map you're not fighting all pros, right? You can join an all pro, and I'm sure they were hosted, but like it's just the mechanic of tarping and fighting. So like this is a great way to do it. Let me change the song before I continue. This album's Schmeat. Got any Yeet fans in here? All right, forget it. All right, cool. How do I get better at fast editing? It feels like I can't free build faster. So edit timing. Raiders map is a great way to go do that, but edit timing, there's a ton of maps like that. If you look up like edit timing maps Fortnite, you edit like it's just this. Like you're just doing edit towers like this. There's a ton of maps like this, but Raiders is a good option for it. Let me just skip this ad. It's literally you're just going down. That's what edit timing is. Yeah, this is definitely not a great map for it. Go play Raiders map. It's this. Like this is edit timing. You just need to be able to, how fast can you just edit down And I guess like you could do like stairs, like the when you just edit up like a ramp, like triple edits, stuff like that, like this stuff. You can do that. Like just edit time. You just go play edit courses and you'll be faster. If you do it, oh yeah, this server is boosted. So you guys have, I think everyone has full, well not, I don't think you guys have screen share permissions unless I give it to you, but the screen can be max quality. Thanks to you guys. So I appreciate it. You have any tips on how to try to think and more when you're playing, because I struggle with that. So Salty, number one tip I can give you, and this is what I use in solos. And if I truly like cared to win every single solo victory cup game, I would do this until I got the thing I would want to get down, right? So like, for example, if you struggle to try to think more, like you can't process, like I would say, take a sticky note, go get sticky notes, get a pen and write down in 3 to 5 words what you want to know, and do 2 to 3 sticky notes on your desk, under your monitor, tape them under your monitor, put them on a piece of paper that's underneath your monitor, write them on a piece of paper. I don't care. Just put them under your monitor. 3 to 5 words. Sorry, 3 to 5 words. So for example, you could write out on a sticky note, always pre-plan rotates, or pre-plan rotates, or you could write out aim. Like I literally for solos, I wrote aim and breathe. Aim. If I had my coach back, this is back in like solo all-stars. I had my coach when I was captor at the time. He would just tell me to aim. Like I'd be fighting, he'd aim, breathe. Aim. Like as soon, I would just, it's the thought of having to aim and telling me to aim just makes me aim better. And back then it did. So I had notes like breathe, take it slow, things like that, like relax, like anything you want to know, write it on a sticky note on your monitor, tape it on your monitor, and see how fast you improve. How to train your mechanics, building solo mechanics maps, right? And how much each map. I mean, do what you feel like you're the slowest on as much as you possibly can. So if you're really slow with edit timing, you're really slow with your edit timing, play edit maps, like spam them, play them nonstop, like couple maps. Like also you can play, so okay, there's creative maps, right? Like Raiders mechanics map. There's maps like that. But if you just hop on that every single day, it's gonna become mundane and stale and just boring. And like you can only do it so much. So go out. The great thing is with UEFN, there's a ton of options. So go play Ace's edit map, go play FTex's edit map. Go play, like even if it's not a great map, even if it's not challenging you too much, like it just changes up your vibe. That's why like for me, when I play Kovacs a ton, I'm throwing in different scenarios all the time. I'm changing it up, I'm repeating things, I'm like doing things I've never done before, just to change it up a little bit. That'll really help you grind more, is by changing up your like environment, changing up what you're doing. Best way to approach boss when landing Mythic POI, especially if it's fails, you try to kill it. Yeah, I mean, I would say try to wipe the POI first and then go kill the boss, and then build around yourself with hard mats, right? Or if you don't want to kill the POI first, at least have really good metal, really good brick, and build it around yourself. And if you're a duo, like have one person hold the walls, because the AI is going to spray the walls, right? You need to just make sure they're full built metal, so you can either stop killing the AI or get him while he's in your box. How can I learn to adapt to situations where I'm the aggressor against better players? Read the player more, like read how you're fighting the guy, like. Is how does he react? You have to be able to quickly understand, read the player. How do I bait enemies to make an edit on me? I always seem to swing my pickaxe. I mean, read the player more. Like I don't know how to explain that exactly. I would just say like, what are they? Are they insta editing? Are they slow? Are they boxing up? Do they have a cone or stare in their box? Like, can you get them in some way? And then never double swing. So never ever double swing. Always single pick pump, or pump the wall, spray the wall. Like you can do anything. You can put damage on the wall without having to pull your pickaxe out. You can just spray your AR, and if he edits, you hit him with your AR. Does that make sense? Is there anything you'd recommend that if you're feeling you're not improving as a player? Yeah, I just kind of set it up here, or it was this one. Just change up your environment. Like one day, just hop on, and I don't know. You never do editing, just do editing. Like same thing. If you always do box fight maps, do zone wars. If you always do ranked solos, go play ranked duos by yourself and see how you do. What is the best? Yeah, mechanics maps to get your speed up, and then playing like peak control maps will get your it'll improve your fighting, your IQ. Peak control maps are really, really important. When I'm a millionaire, I'll hire you 5 days a week. I got you, bro. How did I want to take a fight in game? When your fighting IQ increases mega, like when you understand when you have the advantage, you'll know when to take a fight in game. Does that make sense? Like a couple advantages I can share with you that are like really easy to understand, that I think at a basic level you'd get it. If the player is cracked, if you see him get fried, there's your advantage. That's when you know when to take a fight. If the player doesn't have a cone in his box or a stair in his box, and you can put a cone or a stair in his box and phase in, that's the advantage. If you can phase into the guy's box, if he's turning the other way, that's an advantage. If you're spraying somebody that's not looking at you, that's the advantage. Like, you see what I'm saying? So you'll learn that, and it gets really in depth too. Like you'll see like Thomas and all these pro lobbies, like grand finals, like the advantages they have are very minimal. but they take advantage of them to the max and they hit the hardest shots possible. If you're on a cache and you're getting full keyed, is it worth it? I mean, it's always worth to defend your cache, but never ever, like, if you need to give it up, then just give it up. Because you do have that timing range of when your cache spawns versus when your cache explodes. Does that make sense? Like, it like opens. So like, for example, let's say you get your cache first, you're on it, you built metal around it, you're waiting, someone comes to fight you, you get hit really hard and you don't hit him, he's full HP, you're weak, right? And you know the cache is about to spawn, I would just start running then. And then as soon as the cache opens up, the guy's gonna be looking, he's gonna have his face all in the cache, he's gonna be digging through it, getting blue guns and getting his shield back, right? So it's worth to leave at the right time. Yeah, VOD review is the same way. So like, if you want me to VOD review, it's just a session, right? That's just how I do it. It's 140 a session. Because I'm not gonna sit here and say 140 an hour and then we time it. I start the clock at 7:20. All right, let's go, Salty. 7:20 at 8:20, we're done. Like, no, if it's 8:25, 8:30, 8:40, like whatever it takes to get you to understand it, that's just how it is. That's why I say it as a session. It's not like a paid, like it's not like a 140 an hour. It's 140 a session. Play the 32-man Zone Wars, like what I recommended earlier. Where is it? Yeah, 32-man Zone Wars. This map right here. Play this and you will. It's just general tarping, right? General tarping and fighting. E fans, nice. W. I have solo masterclass Deadside Jesus and I have a private Discord for myself. All the notes I have, but too many notes to apply it all at once. Efficiently get through applying. So you're saying you have too many. So pick out what you think is the most important thing, Crits. What you think will help you the most. And like do the sticky note tactic. Just write 3 sticky notes, 5 words. If Destiny Jesus tells you to always play Deadside when you're in moving zones, literally write play Deadside on a note. Always play Deadside on a note. You know what I'm saying? Just simplify it. 2 to 3 sticky notes, 3 to 5 words, or 2 to 5 words on your sticky note. No more than that. And then read them through every moving zone. Like you can create the habit of like every time you're in a like half and half chilling in your box, you read through your sticky notes. Maybe your sticky note says, your first one says breathe. So you go nice deep breath in and you say, okay, next one says play Deadside. Boom. I would always say, honestly, dude, a breathing note, if you guys aren't, if you guys don't have a good like breathing system set up, I know like obviously we're breathing, but I'm saying like box breathing or taking a deep breath to lower your stress will help you a lot. Especially when you're tilted or nervous or you're upset at your teammate or you're upset at yourself, like box breathing is super important to just reset your mind. I took quals for solo victory cups. I consider myself pretty good. I still VOD, I can't improve. How do you choke the quals? I'm confused. Like, can you explain how you choke the quals? Could you explain or maybe make a video on the current state of zones and what you should do every zone? I can, but it's very situational, right? Like, let's say you get like there's a couple situations per zone or more than that. There's honestly endless amounts of examples, but the best thing I can advise to you, AJ, would be if you didn't see what I just did, like the first VOD review of Queasy Vino, just take what you learned in that and then come back and take what you learned the next time and come back, take what you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just sit here and explain to you guys how every zone works because it's so different, but you just need to build up your brain, like build up your arsenal of like zones, right? Like, oh, think about this, right? You watched me watch Queasy and Thomas, right? You saw that if zone pull is like this and you have Surge, they did this, right? I don't know, I'm just gonna draw a random thing. This isn't exactly what they did, but so boom. AJ, now you look at this and this is in your book. This is in all of our books. We know like if zone pull is like this, we watch Ceice watched Queasy, I watched Queasy and Thomas, whatever, do this rotate and it worked and it did great. And I watched like there's key rotates in the game that like once you see them and once they're explained to you, you can process them to like fully remember them in the future. For example, one thing that I further confirmed, I put like quotations, air quotations, because like things can change, right? But this rotate of this down across, right? Like AJ, if you ever have this rotate and you're able to be in this position or you are in somewhere in this position, you always rotate through these trees, down across the river and through. That makes sense? So like, boom, that's in your arsenal. That's the best way I can explain it. It's in your arsenal of things to know. That rotates to do. And you just slowly keep studying the games, keep watching, keep joining this Discord, keep getting involved, educating yourself, and you'll learn. Maybe I'm just gonna draw an imaginary one. Maybe this is the best rotate for this one. Boom, let's say you watched Rise and Yamzo. Are you NA? Yeah, let's say you watched Rise and Yamzo do the rotate, like the zone pulled and they went really quick and they got right here. And you say, boom, in my arsenal of things to rotate. Or let's say you watched, I don't know, let's say you watched Booga and Aviv and they did this rotate where they came to the river and went like this and then went on the hill and they died and you watched them get griefed. You would probably say, I'll never rotate in this river again. I just watched this team do it, I'll never do it. Or you'd put that in like I should probably avoid option. You know what I'm saying? That's how you like that's how you build up your arsenal, your brain of like all the rotate options and how to get better at them. That is game sense, right? I just basically described game sense. You just gotta study the game and remember what you watched in the past and apply it to your current games. All right. How to stop being super predictable. I don't know why, but every time I get in a fight, I always hold my breath. I mean, practice box breathing, man. Box breathing is super simple. I mean, I hate to be the one to explain it because I feel like it's elementary, but it's 4 seconds in, hold for 4 seconds, out for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, in, out, or in, hold, out, hold, in, hold, out, hold, 4 seconds each time. And then do that when you're boxed up, when you're reloading, or take a deep breath every time you reload. Those are things that I do. Like if I'm nervous or if I'm like pressured, if I'm like in the middle, I just rotated through the entire bunch of the lobby and I'm like spam talking, calming, loud. I'm like almost screaming at my teammate. Like I'm trying to get us through this moment. I'll just take a really deep breath or I'll start box breathing at the end of it. How to win more 1v2 situations with higher ping. Play 1v2 maps. I mean, those are great maps for it. Or go play solo duos. Like go play solo duo ranked. And there you go. Are there any other people that you know that can give help or give different tips? No, I couldn't tell you. I mean, dude, Chad, you guys know any other pros that have a Discord like this that are setting up weekly VOD reviews to help you guys? Couldn't name one. I couldn't name one that's ever done it in my entire career. I've been playing pro Fortnite for the last 6 years, going on 7 years. In a couple months, it'll be 7 years. Pro Fortnite. I've been signed for 7 years. God bless. But no one has done this. No one has done this. No one will probably ever do this. So the next best person you probably have is like a masterclass which is unpersonal, a money grab, all of that. Like sure, you're getting help, but it's just they don't go, dude. They're not actually helping you. You're like downloading like a PDF and it's telling you how to rotate. Like it's not actually gonna help you. What do you do when you encounter weird angles like this? You don't know what to do. Do I click this? This happened a lot in the island when the guy's in a box underneath. When I'm the guy in the box underneath, I don't know what to do. So this angle, you need to go out, just play. You don't have to play this exact box. You can build a box to your right or to your left, or you can go up one and play in the same layer. Like you don't want to like who wants to just box fight down a layer all the entire time? Like just go up one and box fight from his layer. Then it becomes 10 times easier because they play scared. How do I learn to play more confident? Experience, right? Like for example, DJ, best way I can explain this is like you take a math test. You take a subtraction math test. Subtraction, okay? Everyone knows 1 minus 1, 2 minus 1, 5 minus 5, like subtraction, right? Second grade type test. You take that. You're going to pass it? 100% you are, because you know the answers to every single question, guaranteed. If you have a calculator too, you're passing it in 5 minutes. Same thing with Fortnite, right? So just if you're dying because you're unconfident, go what makes you unconfident about the fight? Your aim, your mechanics, your piece, your peak. Maybe it's all those things. Maybe it's just one of maybe you have great aim, but your mechanics, like your general building mechanics, you're not fast enough. Your peaks aren't fast enough. Your peaks aren't great. Like you're getting hit through. So you just go practice that, right? You just you just analyze what you're bad at and go practice it. Does that make sense? Like I feel like that's a very simple way to answer it. I don't mean to like water it down like that, but it really is that simple. How do I know what path to take on to improve? Everyone knows what to do, but I don't know what to do. I'm going to make a video like in the next few weeks. Like I'm meeting a map creator right now. How to stop being super predictable. Experience, bro. Like how do you predict somebody else, right? You predict, oh, this guy's gonna make a box to the left here, and then you predict and it works, right? So you like think about what that guy might do above you. Is he gonna predict for you to make a box to the left? So just make a box to the right instead, or you know what I'm saying, like go down instead of going up, or reset, edit, pump, reset. Like sometimes I feel like I don't think a lot, or I overthink. It's a mental thing, or will improve over time. Yeah, man, dude, Bubba, write on a sticky note. Stop overthinking. Don't overthink. Simplify the game. Simplify. That's a simple one to write. Simplify. And you read it every time. You're like, dude, do I go left? Do I go right? Do I go up the hill? Do I wait? Do I stagger? Do I go early? Simplify. You read it and you just look at your game. You say, oh wow, it's right in my front, right in front of me. It's right in front of my eyes. That's something that I noticed, Bubba, when I was playing with Bizzle. So Bizzle, obviously, he quit the game like a couple months ago. He's a very smart player. And I think that this would be a very similar experience to if I just quit the game. It's like Bizzle quit the game. And because he quit the game and he has all the base, like I could quit for 6 months, probably even longer than that, and come back and still have everything, all the things I'm doing right now, all the things that I've been doing for the last 6 years. I still have the habit. Like I still have the habit of rotating earlier, like reading a player or like, you know, calling. But Bizzle has it as well, right? So he quit the game, but he would simplify it so much because you don't think about all that you think about now. Does that make sense? That's why also, if you take like a 3-day break, come back, you probably play better on your first day back or like your second day back because your brain isn't like so mushed, you know? So like Bizzle would just call out, like I would be like, yo, what do you think of this rotate? Like obviously I've been playing scrims. I know what the season looks like. I know how to rotate. Like I've seen good rotates, bad rotates. I've done good rotates, bad rotates. And Bizzle was like, yo, let's just go up like straight ahead. Let's just go straight in. And I was like, oh, and it worked to be so much better. And it like made more sense to do that. I was just overcomplicating it. So take a break, maybe. It's like the best way I can explain it. Not gonna lie, I started tuning into Ceice's sessions a couple days ago and learned so much. I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate that. Salty, look in the LFD channel. These are like everyone that's in this Discord. There's what is it? Thesis. There's 4,400 people in this Discord, and all of them have either been in this call at one point or they want to grind, so they're in here because they want to grind. Like they know what's going on in this Discord. They know what's going on. So boom, go type in the channel. You will find like-minded people in this Discord to duo with. You know what I'm saying? All right, so that's it. That is the entire Q&A. I definitely wanted to do this so you guys could ask some questions. Yeah, I mean, it was a great time. I love answering your guys' questions. This is a really, really great. It's fun for me. It's fun to help you guys. I'll let them say goodbye. Yo, if you guys want to say goodbye to YouTube, this will be the last recording for today. Hey, I appreciate you guys. We got 46 grinders in here. Yay. Like I've said before, if y'all haven't joined the Ceice Thesis Discord, hop in here, discord.gg/thesis. Type it in. It's super simple. Hey, be one of the first 5,000 to hop in here. We're growing super fast every single day. And like I mentioned before, I'm here to help you guys week in and week out. And multiple times a week, always answering questions in here. Just join the Discord, create a ticket, talk in the general chat. I'm always active. These are my homies, bro. This is my community. These are my guys. So hey, that's it. All right. I'll see y'all later.